I didn't realize I was doing my Badoo-Badoos and everything, and I was muted the whole time. All right, and I still have that up. Welcome to the party, everybody. Hello, Tina. How are you?
Hello, hello. I am doing well. How about you?
I'm doing all right. I was doing Badoo-Badoos and all that stuff, and I totally screwed myself. Daredevil Born Again, very disappointed. I could say there's good parts, and I could say there's parts I didn't like as much. Disappointed compared to the Netflix show, yes. There's one major thing I've noticed that really bothers me. This episode, you could definitely see where old episodes and new episodes, who was added in, who was left out. So it's I don't know, it's the best Disney Plus show. Like Loki season 2 was pretty good. I did enjoy that. I did. I'm one to admit that. Um, I know you like s- speed watched it, speed watched. I don't know what you want to call it, but what did you think right off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, like you said, best Marvel that's come out of Disney.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Little things, are bugging me. I completely agree that right now, today is or this episode was very much the okay, this Muse must have been the villain for the beginning,
Maybe,
and maybe,
maybe
or just something they would just, I felt like Muse was such an awesome,
interest.
awesome
Yeah,
villain.
yeah,
And then to just, just when he was getting interesting, over,
yeah,
gone,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
you know.
we've been able to see in other episodes, like the adding of Frank Castle, the Punisher. He was a add-on. Um, was Muse there from the beginning? I don't know. Because what I
Hmm.
read, 'cause I had to go back and look. So the first 6 episodes, not of this season, but the first 6 episodes when this started were filmed by the original showrunners and writers. And then the strike happened. People say that D'Onofrio and Cox came together, went to Disney, Kevin Feige, and said, "We are not enjoying the way this is going. We don't think it's the right show." Um, because every episode was like an episodic, like court case, and it wasn't Daredevil wasn't even in his costume until episode 6.
So what
So
She-Hulk should have been?
it was what She-Hulk should have been. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Not as bright as She-Hulk, like in booty shaking, but yeah, you're right. Um, but thank God they did that. The new showrunner is the old showrunner of The Punisher from Netflix.
Hmm.
Um, and he got a pilot episode, so he changed the complete first episode was changed. I believe a good portion of the second episode was changed, and then he kind of spliced in stuff here and there. So you
Okay.
have, I don't know when the actor for the White Tiger died. I didn't know if it was before the entire series was filmed and wrapped, or if he died after the first 6 episodes, like the writer strike. So I need to look that up. But
Oh,
like
okay.
his character, that was a waste. Um,
Hmm.
it's a powerful character. It's a minority character, and you have him for really 2 episodes, 1 major episode, and then he walks into being shot, like, that's a great vigilante. What a great job. Um, and then in this episode, I don't know if you noticed the one guy that he was like, "You're the swordsman." Um,
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, he's been in the background for a couple of episodes so
one
far. Was
one
it only
episode.
one other? I thought it was
Yeah.
two other, but okay, cool.
It was one when they had like a fundraiser, but he was the stepdad in Hawkeye, the
Correct.
series. Right.
Hmm.
So it's like been hinted. I don't know if they said it. I don't think they did in Hawkeye because I watched that. Um, it was
They
hinted
heavily
he had
hinted
that.
it because yeah, yeah, because he was a swordsman, as in you could see he was adept with the sword.
Right.
So
They
they
were
hinted
fencing and
that he
stuff,
was
right?
probably right, that he was probably the swordsman, but
Right. And I just don't like we had okay, so that's an insert in one of the earlier episodes where they inserted him in just
Mhm.
a like guy's phone with, him fighting three people. And then Fisk just tells us he's the swordsman. Like, we didn't get to learn it. Like we were just told that's how you're gonna reveal he's the swordsman. Like that's dumb. So that bothered me. Um, let's see what you're saying here. Brian says DD should be about Matt in court cases. You're hitting on something. Religious morals,
Mhm.
the occasional DD in fights after the courts fail. I don't know because the the original series on Netflix wasn't like that. You know, yes, it should be about court, but it shouldn't only like they were only like court cases. And he was losing, I guess, in the original ones and then finally took it into his own hands. I mean, it's really the moral thing, the internal battle with, the devil and the angel. Yet
Mhm.
what I was going to bring it up later, but one of my major, major gripes about this series is that he has not stepped foot in a church,
Yes.
right? Very
Yeah,
first episode
no, absolutely.
of
Yeah.
Netflix in confessional. He has not stepped foot in a church. And it's like, dude, that is like his Catholic upbringing is one of the biggest like moral flaws or compass, whatever way you want to look at it, um of the character. Like it's in his DNA. And he stood outside a church, I think, once. And that was about it.
You're right,
And that bothered.
and they didn't spend any time with him going, okay, he loses his best friend. There should have
Right.
been some sort of a response in terms of faith. Like, why did
One
this
year.
happen? Where's the justice? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's really, I Cox is a great Daredevil. I mean, I really like his portrayal more in the Netflix than this. But even in this episode, you get to see him. He starts slowly deteriorating, not deteriorating, but slowly losing Matt Murdock and turning into Daredevil without even
Mhm.
putting on the suit. There's a couple points, when they show up at his apartment to deliver his girlfriend envelope saying, like invitation, like him seeing, what's that guy's Buck, come and deliver the invitation to the ball. Like just seeing how he reacted to that. And now his girlfriend, who now lumps in this episode, is lumping all vigilantes together. She doesn't see
Mhm.
Daredevil saving her. She saved herself because she's a strong woman. Um, it wouldn't have been, Daredevil who, you know, you know, stopped the bleeding and kept her stable so that she didn't, die or nothing. And he didn't, take a knife to the leg and defend her, have her at his back, slowing his movement and still defended her. But I guess you got to have this little turmoil. Like she hates now vigilantes and he is a vigilante, whatever. Um, but I don't know. I feel like that relationship like jumped into love way too fast. And now
Agreed.
it's like, you know what I mean? They they didn't really show it. It was like a date, and then they're like, "I love you, I love you. We're living together," kind of, and now it's like this. We're falling apart. In one scene, Vanessa's like, No date, supposed to. Well, we could change that," and she's like, "Okay," like she's about to go cheat on the poor guy. Like, I don't know. What? Give me some of your takes. I know you had to speed watch it. Thank you for joining me. Everybody else sucks.
Well, this is really silly, and obviously there's probably nobody in the chat to appreciate this, but I hated the fact that every single woman had erect nipples
Mhm.
through their dresses in the entire
Oh my
episode,
god,
dress suit,
right?
whatever, which is driving me crazy.
How
Uh,
cold was it in there?
exactly. But I I feel like it's definitely a disjointed puzzle the way it's being presented. I think that they sped up the character of Muse too quickly.
Way
As
too.
in I felt like they were, laying the ground. We were finally starting to find out what was interesting about him, and
Mhm.
what was interesting was his appointment with the psychiatrist
Right.
to
Why
find
didn't we
out his
get more of
background.
those? Why didn't we get more of
Exactly.
those? Right. Yeah, I'm with you.
Exactly. So as and then all the and they just dispatched with him,
Yeah.
in the episode. So that was crazy. I feel like there should have been more to the buildup of Poindexter getting out of prison.
Yep.
That should have taken
Yep.
across a couple of episodes to
This
him.
could have
Oh, they
been
moved
it
him to
could have been
Gen
2
Pop, and this is
seasons.
what's happening.
It could have been like,
Exactly.
Muse could have gone on for seasons, and
Hmm.
he was dead before what? Was that episode 7? That was last week, right? Yeah, 7 episodes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Waste.
Just absolutely. And then it now makes me wonder, well, what about the niece of the white tiger?
Right.
Are we going to get any character development there?
Mhm.
How does she fit in?
Right.
I think that if they were going to include any other vigilantes, I think they could have given us a little bit more than two showings of swordsman.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And one on a guy's phone, and
Hmm.
another one, just calling it out. I mean, like, how did he find out? How like, that's another thing, it's like, how did he find out? We get nothing. We get none of, like, uh, Fisk even ordering somebody, like, maybe look into him, or, like, "What did you find?" Or, "How did he figure out he was the swordsman?" I just it's too quick. How can we reveal secret identities so easily in this show? That's another thing
Hmm.
that kind of, like, but there were some really good parts, and I don't wanna just beat
Hmm.
on it, because Matt breaking down throughout this episode was great, and he goes into Josie's, figures out that, Foggy maybe I should, like, kinda rehash how it all went, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Uh, he goes into he's standing outside Josie's in the rain, it's all, boarded up. She opens the door, brings him in, busts out a bottle of the special scotch that they only took shots of if they won a case. And I guess Foggy was drinking it that night. Matt didn't realize that. This was the bottle he was drinking from. And he realized that, oh my God, he knew he was going to win his case because of his informant. And
Hmm.
Bullseye kills him. So now he realizes, oh crap, Bullseye killed him for Fisk. And when he walks out of there, he doesn't even use his cane. And she's like, wait, he's not even using his cane. He is so focused, like he dropped the Matt Murdock,
Hmm.
persona, and he's just becoming Daredevil, not showing it. There is a part that was pretty good at the beginning of the ball where he bumps into somebody, but um
Hmm.
he slowly just doesn't care. And I thought that was pretty good. But uh,
Absolutely, and the whole scene of him, going, taking not Vanessa, his girlfriend with him onto the dance floor to
yeah,
confront Fisk. I mean, that was just perfect buildup,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
love the fact the spotlight came on, transitioned it was very well executed.
Yeah, but see, okay, I agree with you on that. It was well done, but story preface, you want to talk to Vanessa. I get that. You want to, like, you need to, and maybe that's why it was. He needed to, like, confront her. But you have been spending this whole episode trying to convince your girlfriend Fisk is the most dangerous person to them, and he hands her off to him. Maybe he knows that they're at a ball and he won't do anything to her. But I was just like, you switched partners. Like, it was just one of those things where it's like, well, you're not proving to her he's dangerous by doing this.
No, that's true.
Yeah. Is
That's true. But
Punisher gonna be
I
in
think that he just realized, as soon as he realized that it was Vanessa and not Fisk, then I
he was
think
just on it.
he needed that answer. He needed to
Right.
verify that.
Yeah. No,
Because
I
and
agree.
Fisk knew that, he was listening, because when Vanessa wanted to say something to him before he cut in, he's
Mhm.
like, "No, no, no, don't talk
Yeah.
here."
Yeah, yeah, I missed that part, and I did watch somebody's video, and I was just, like, listening to it while I was doing some vacuuming, and they said that, and I was like, "I don't even remember that." So, I can't remember how that built up. but she was about to say something to him.
Yeah, she was about to say something, and then that is very shortly after that is then when Matt cut in.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that I have to say, like, I know a lot of people hate this series. I don't know why they hate it. It is the best Disney Plus MCU show we've gotten. I think we're a
Hmm.
lot of us are very I shouldn't say this because I am die like, they could say the same thing about me with House of the Dragons, but, like, we expect it to be crap, so we look at it as crap right away.
Hmm.
But I liked House of Dragon season 1 a lot, and then they pissed me off. But I've enjoyed it. It's been okay to watch. Real quick, Liam, I'm guessing he's in the last episode because the first 6, like I said, so I think it's pretty much mostly episode 3 to 6 was like the original showrunners series, and they just threw Frank Castle in there. Maybe to set up this season finale with him in it. Maybe because Matt got shot. That's another thing. He took a bullet for Fisk. Um,
Hmm.
why? I mean, is he trying to prove to Vanessa like he's the good guy? Or is he trying to have because I thought he got shot in the chest, but I think it was actually he got shot in the shoulder, like right
Hmm.
about here. So, but did he do it to prove something to Vanessa? So when she does find out he's Daredevil, maybe she has a better view on it, or for Fisk to owe him a favor, or if he ever gets outed, he saved Fisk's life, and Fisk's trying to kill all these vigilantes. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's a good point. Right. So the vigilantes even, rescuing someone who he considers a criminal.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah, I gotta say, Brian, you're right. They dropped the court case thing that we saw
Hmm.
more back, like in their office, not in the courthouse. I would say.
Yeah, like I liked his current client, the one who's apparently screwing over the teachers somehow, stealing their money.
Was
That
that guy
that
in
was like,
any other
oh,
episodes though? Was he in any other
I
episodes?
don't think so. They
Okay,
might
all right.
may have mentioned him as a client.
Okay, because I don't remember him.
Um, because if I do recall correctly, I thought that he was saying to his partner, "Hey, you know, should we be?" I think he had a problem with accepting the case in a
Yeah,
previous
yeah,
episode. So,
yeah, and they have to take some of these more high flute
right,
and value ones so they could do the per diems. Maybe that was it,
exactly.
or the pro bonos. But you were gonna say something else. Go on.
Oh, I
I,
forgot.
I know I totally blanked you. Sorry about that.
No.
Um, so Brian thinks each season needs to be more focused on court cases he is working on, as Daredevil hunting clues to help with the case. In every 3 episodes, a random villain fight unconnected happens. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Um, I like I like the idea that we need more court and that Daredevil is looking for clues.
Mhm,
But see, like this whole season was him promising he wouldn't be Daredevil again. So that's why we didn't really get a lot of Daredevil. And when we did, he unleashed it. Um, but I don't know because there was some court. We were in the courthouse what twice at least in the season already, twice.
mhm,
Um, I'm not feeling like when you went to Foggy and Murdoch and Nelson, you felt that was great. Like that was part of the show. When you go to
mhm.
Matt's new office with his new partner, it feels like something separate.
Agreed.
You know, I don't think she's in it enough, and I don't care for her. I mean, she's not like a bad actress. I just don't think the character has given us enough to care about her. She seems like a upstanding character and all, like
Mhm,
really in there with Matt, but I don't feel it. I don't know the connection you got with Foggy and Karen.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Matt would save a villain. He's selfless. I get that. It's Fisk though. I mean,
But you
yeah,
know what though? I would think though that Matt has more of a desire to prove that
yes.
Fisk is the bad guy
Yes.
than to see him punished.
I think that's what I was kind of trying to get at. Like he wants to prove he's the good guy and Fisk is the bad guy.
Right. Right.
Um, and he can't put him, and he believes in law. And he, even though he's a vigilante, he believes that the court systems are not broken completely, so that if Fisk dies, he can't be, convicted or judged for his crimes. So I think maybe that is why. I do like how they do the him using his senses, like his hearing. Like in
Mhm.
the original series, he would just tilt his head. This one they'll use some sound. They'll change
Mhm.
like the aspect ratio so he's using his hearing. Like episode 1 was
Mhm.
cool where they like focused on his ear. But in this one, like it was like a widescreen, and then it kind of changed when he was trying to listen for the where the gun is.
Mhm.
Pretty amazing. Like, what is his abilities that he can know the angle of that gun, though? The shot. That was pretty impressive. He's just really fast, I'm guessing.
Either that or maybe he just assumed, well, 'cause did he know that he didn't even know that, that Bullseye was out of jail.
Right. So did
So
he even, yeah, he might not even known who the shooter was. So, because I would have thought he would have popped Vanessa first,
mhm.
because she's the one that actually screwed him. Um, and Fisk was the one who put him in Gen Pop. So make him pay for it, kill his wife first, and then maybe try to
Exactly.
shoot him. But eh, again, not a bad show. I actually enjoy
Mhm.
it because I really like Charlie Cox. I really like D'Onofrio.
Mhm.
Gandolfini, he is by far the star to me of the series. Like his character is so bro and so like a just like almost like a cultish feel for Fisk. Like
Mhm.
I would burn for
Agreed.
you. It was freaking great. And his
Agreed.
dynamic with the girl who plays BB, like I like how
Mhm.
they play off each other.
Mhm.
I like to see where these two characters go. So that's good. I feel like we don't get enough of the um outside characters to really start caring for them, but those two we have got more of. And that's what I meant for the his partner. I don't even remember her name. That's like
Right.
she's not enough for me to remember who she is. But yet BB and I can't remember Gandolfini's character right now. Oh God, but he's important to me. Um, just they're great. Like the chemistry between the two, the chemistry between D'Onofrio and him. Um, now
Mhm.
we know she actually knows Fisk killed her uncle, and she writes under a pseudonym, a different handle to,
Mhm.
try to out him. So she's almost like a double agent, a spy, something like that. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Um,
And Daniel Blake is Gandolfini's, character's
Daniel
name.
Blake, that's right. We
There
need
just
the
seems to be a lot. There seems to be there's a Buck, there's a Blake, there's a,
yeah,
uh, Bullseye's name is Ben, and then
yeah,
her name is B. There's too many B's.
too many bees. Too many bees. Way too many. We need the radar sense FX more. Yeah, I'm with you. I would like to see that a little bit more. Like I want to see how he hears. You know what I mean? Like because
Mhm.
I think they did it in the first season. Like they show how he visualizes it. Like he almost makes a picture. Or was that in the
Mhm.
movie with Ben Affleck? I think it was in both. Um,
No, the movie for Ben Affleck, it almost I
had
could
a
just
rain.
remember the rain scene.
Yeah,
It kinda reminded me like The Matrix. It was too weird for me. But I did like the way they worked on his sense of touch, the way
yeah,
that, he imprinted on her face, like, that we've seen that often enough with the way blind characters,
yeah,
read faces. But then follow that with when he was looking through Muse's work in the
yeah.
painting, that was a very tactile scene. Well, the
The
painting itself,
paint
you notice
had,
that one happened to have a
yeah,
thicker paint to it,
yeah.
so there was some,
There were
some
more than
substance
one that
feel.
was her, and it wasn't until
Correct.
he got the one that had more of uh,
Mhm,
like a lift to it. Okay, all right,
mhm,
maybe that's more
yeah.
because last week I was just like, how the hell did he tell? But you're right because there were quite a few pictures of her, and he got stuck on the one, and it had
Exactly,
because it gave it some shape. All right, maybe I'll give you
exactly. And I watched them back to back, so I'm gonna forget what was last week versus this week.
Yeah, 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 I hear you. Yeah, okay, so season 1, Netflix did use, like, a radar sense. I enjoy the radar sense. I kinda wanna see it how he sees or hears the world,
Mhm.
because he doesn't need a cane. He doesn't need anything. He could do acrobatics, like, so he can not just hear things, he can, like, almost radar, like, he could bounce off of something and know how the distance, the size. Um, but yeah, what else was in this episode?
Oh, now you have to help me. Is this the episode where, Vanessa's lover got,
Yes,
killed?
yes, or she killed him. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. That was, and is that the same one of the actors from, The Umbrella, Academy? Have you ever watched that?
Oh, I don't know.
The guy
I
who
haven't
plays
watched it.
Klaus? Oh, okay. I I'll have to look that up because for a split second, I'm like, "Does he look like the dude who plays Klaus?" I didn't get it at any other time he's been on air, but, um, yeah, that was a good episode or a good scene, like, he was testing her,
Mhm,
but I
mhm.
liked how, she shot him, and then it was almost like for a split second, she might have been thinking about turning the gun on him, and he grabs it from her, like there
Ooh,
was
I
that
have to
moment. Yeah, you gotta watch that part again because
no,
it was
definitely. My question is with in the scene where, the one tracksuit mafia guy went to go kill Fisk,
yeah,
did Vanessa let
I'm
Fisk
guessing
know
she
he
did.
was
Yeah,
coming? Because I mean,
yeah,
I couldn't really tell. I'm like,
I
okay, so
couldn't
we're
either.
supposed to believe that did she want him dead too, and she
Yeah,
was just using this guy? I couldn't
yeah.
figure that out.
I From what it seems in this episode, because it still wasn't super clear, but he talked about him, and she was like, he wanted to be the big guy. She didn't say yes or no, so I assume that she told him. Um, but yeah, I think it would have been better if she didn't know, or he figured it out, not her telling him. I still kind of, is it or isn't it? They didn't make that clear enough, but I'm pretty sure she let him know. Yeah.
Okay.
And we kind of find that out in this episode. Um, yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about his girlfriend. What's it, Heather? Heather Glenn?
Uh, well,
I know the last
yes,
name's Glenn. Heather. Okay, yeah.
Glenn, Heather Glenn. Yes,
Mhm.
that is correct. I know
What?
she's not growing on me, and that's why I really liked the scene when she was in there with Muse. I'm like, oh, okay, we're finally seeing something interesting because I
Right.
wasn't finding the couples counseling part of her character interesting. Yeah, okay, so we're supposed to get that Vanessa and Fisk are having problems in their relationship,
Right. And I still think
but
that
it
was an add-on.
agreed,
Yeah.
agreed. It looks like they weren't in the same room,
No.
even though they were
No,
sitting
no.
on the couch together.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just weird and awkward. So I wasn't feeling that either. Um, you know, who picked her? It was Fisk. So Fisk has been planning, like Matt is correct. Fisk brought her into
Hmm.
his life to show Matt he can get to her. Um,
Hmm.
but like the Muse one, I wish we had more episodes with her, like starting out where he doesn't show any of the Muse side to him. It just built up
Hmm.
way too quick. He went from normal to like, you let me get
It.
all my true painting out. I paint with human beings. Do you know who I am yet? Like I wish we got more of that. It's just a lot of this feels rushed. I think that's
Mhm.
mostly what I'm getting at. Like the season or character development was just rushed. You're the swordsman. Oh, okay. Well, that's great. We didn't even see him fight except for on a little freaking phone. Like, I don't know. And
And
he's
I
like,
needed more of oh, sorry. I needed
no,
more
no,
of
no.
him outside of the Muse mask
Yeah,
because I spent the whole time during the conversation going, "He's that guy from the Wednesday show.
right,
What's his
right,
name?" I like, but I
right.
because I couldn't get past the actor there for a
Well,
minute
did
because
we
I
only
felt
see
like it
him
was
one
the
other
first time.
time? We only saw
I
him one
think
other
so.
time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. We never got to feel like that character was anything but Muse. Like, it just
Mhm.
I don't know. It could have been a great villain for another season, season and a
Agreed.
half even. Um, it just I'm hoping that all right, so we have the season finale, which most likely the majority of it will be the new showrunner episode. But yeah, it would have to be because they only shot 6 episodes. So um I'm feeling like it has to be his whole episode. I don't think they used any of that footage in this, but next season when they have like, okay, this is our plan, this is our vision, our direction. Will it be a better show under his complete control for a whole season? I'm really hoping it will
Mhm.
be. I've been hearing people complain about how dark it, like color wise, like actual visually, the show is, and I'm like, what? Yeah, I think it looks great. Um,
I don't think I've noticed that. I mean, obviously, most of it takes place at night because the whole idea of that's when the vigilantes would be
right.
more needed as opposed to in
Hmm.
being out in the public, in the daytime.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no,
but
that
it's
hasn't
also
bothered me.
shot on it's shot on site. That this isn't like a sound stage. Most of it, it's like a real
Hmm.
bank, a real hall, a
Hmm.
real, on the streets. So I think they did a great job with natural lighting and whatever they did to help it out. Wait a minute, hold on. When Fisk called him, I thought, oh yeah, that's Kate Bishop's stepdad. Same here, dude. Didn't even realize it the first episode the guy was in. Didn't even realize
He's
it.
so perfect for that role, though. So
Oh, yeah,
perfect. I mean,
I
come
like the
on.
guy. Yeah.
I mean, he would be like he's like for me the modern version of the Scarlet Pimpernel. I don't know if you ever saw the old black and white movie.
No.
Okay,
What
he's
is it
this
called?
very the Scarlet Pimpernel. It was
Never
a
heard of it.
book that eventually was made into a movie. Oh my God, from black and white, million years ago. But anyway, he's this very flamboyant
Mhm.
character and he's a vigilante.
Yeah. But see, all I
So
can
everybody
imagine
thinks he's like he's like they think so when he's not playing the vigilante, he's this kind of light-footed kind of
okay. But when he's a vigilante,
happy
he's very
happy gay
masculine.
guy. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So no one takes him seriously because he's just, oh,
Ah,
there's that guy with the handkerchiefs and the lace and the whatever,
okay.
and then he's a total
That's
badass.
great. Yeah, because
Hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe it's the accent. Every once in a while, and now that he's the swordsman, my name is Amiga Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Something like that. My name is the
Exactly.
swordsman. You killed my cousin. Look at this, Brian McCann, dude. You are maybe my number one supporter of the channel in the past month, and I love you for it. Thank you, buddy. 5 Sporky Nudes podcast memberships from the great Brian McCann. And we now have new members, Lost for Words. Duh, I'm a moron. I'm lost for words. Never. Uh, Sultan Al Fahim. Thank you, Sultan. If you're a real Sultan, you could buy as many Sporking News memberships as you want. Um, Van Vidal. I like the name.
Sounds
Vets
right to me.
Talking. Oh, what's up, dude? Vets Talking is going to hopefully come on one of our aluminum sports to talk pyramids and the ancient
Sweet.
technology. Yeah, I was hoping to have them on the last because we weren't on last weekend, but the weekend before, but something conflicted. But we'll get him on there. And we also have Mr. Bug. What a great Mr. Bug. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome. And one of the perks will be I did purchase on March 26th and still haven't played it. The Game of Thrones Kings Road game. And I want to do
Ooh.
yeah, I'm gonna do definitely the first one is going to be I was gonna do it not, but I'm gonna definitely do it as members only as I build. I don't know if you have to build a character or anything, so I was gonna have them help me with that. So I'm hoping to do that in the next like within this next week. If not, it may be like the Thursday after the next week's season finale. So I'd like to do it before that. Time is really tough for me. My wife is good enough to let me do 3 nights a week, so it's a little hard to fit in other stuff, but I'll find a way. Vets talking says thanks for the gifted membership. I'm glad you're here, buddy. And he also wants you to know to smash that like button. Um,
Woohoo.
Brian McCann,
Woohoo.
idea, court case, Deathlock from Cybertech Avenger. What's a? Oh man, I'm feeling stupid right now. AOS
AOS.
versus Cybertech about forcing cybernetics onto people. A 10-year-old plot point untouched. God, what is AOS? Something of Superman? Murdoch? I don't know, dude. I'm embarrassed. Let me know what AOS is. Um, and why do I think? Oh, Agents of Shield. You're right. I forgot Deathlock was in
Oh,
Agents of Shield. Wasn't Deathlock Bill
fast.
Pullman? Wasn't he Bill Pullman?
Oh,
Right? Is it Pullman, the dude who was like Chet from Weird Science and he was in
yes.
Twister? Okay. Yeah, I thought he was Deathlock. I might be wrong on that. We've had 35 people stop by, mostly over on X. So thank you, X. We're on Rumble tonight also and on the YouTube. Please, guys, like Vets Talking is saying, smash that like button. Please,
Oh,
if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Go ahead.
Agents of Shield. The Deathlock actor was the black guy from Buffy, actually from Angel. His
Oh,
name is like
really?
J. August Richards or something like that.
Okay. What was Bill Pullman then?
I don't
Because
know.
he was something in that show, and I maybe it wasn't. Okay, so it's definitely not Deathlock. Um, I liked Agents of Shield. I don't know if I watched the last couple seasons though.
He
Um,
played John
oh,
Garrett
he
on
was the
Agents of Shield.
he was the first Deathlock. Okay, okay,
Gotcha, gotcha.
okay. He was the first Deathlock. All right. That makes more sense. Um, black guy. Okay, black guy. That's great. Um, And what else about this? Because we might jump onto other stuff, not just Daredevil. Any other MCU news you guys have. There's also something completely out of this genre. I saw a trailer for that looks pretty good. I don't know if I'll like it, but it looks good. We'll play it in a little bit, maybe. Yeah, he was a Hydra spy, John Garrett. Oh, Bill Paxton. That was Pullman. Which one's
See,
Paxton? Is
now I no,
Paxton the guy
I
from?
thought no, Paxton was the one from Chet. Bill Pullman
Okay,
is
Pullman
Independence Day.
is okay. Independence Day. I always get those two guys mixed up. They're both
Nope,
good.
I was right there with you.
Yep, yep. All right. Let me think. What else was in this show that I wanted to point out? And just to let everybody know, July 12th, 2011. It was a Tuesday. My
Okay.
Song of Ice and Fire people will get that. Um, It's only been 13 years, 8 months, and 29 days. Anyways, but let's see. Oh, he makes Daniel his assistant mayor, deputy mayor
Uh,
of
uh,
communications, I believe. I
yeah,
will.
I didn't know there were multiple deputy mayor
I thought there was one.
positions. Yeah, because I was looking at it like what do you call it? The Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of the Military, the Secretary of
Right.
the Interior,
I guess it is.
um it could be. I
Instead of secretary, I guess it's deputy mayor. I thought the deputy mayor was like the VP, you know, but
hmm
I guess I am wrong. I'm definitely wrong about that. I did like the part, we'll go back a little bit. Matt losing it. He goes to see um uh Bullseye and can't control his anger and smashes his head, which Bullseye wanted, so he would loosen one of his teeth. And then
hmm
and then I always thought Bullseye had the power, with his hand, but I didn't realize he could spit a tooth from 12 inches away through a dude's eye, you know, not
So
killing him with
basically,
that, but
he can he could basically, was it just kill people with anything, and it doesn't have to be
well,
thrown?
he has perfect aim.
Mhm.
So I can get that maybe even spitting it, he has perfect aim, but to get that velocity
Mhm.
to I think maybe it had to go through an eye. I'm trying to think like the softest part, to cause that much because he then does throw something and kills the guy and then the other person.
Right.
But,
Right.
and then he just I don't know, he's all beat up, right? He has stitches and he puts on a guy's uniform who is not nearly the same size as him. And just, no
Mhm.
one knows the other correctional guys. He gets on a bus and he just, yeah, you're good.
Exactly,
The
I thought
escape
that
is
was
stupid.
strange.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You would figure that there's a typical locker room scene as the guards are changing clothes before they leave, that kind of
Mhm.
thing. So to have them in
Yeah.
uniform, sorry, get onto a bus, not
Right.
being anywhere with light,
Yeah.
thought
And
that was a little strange.
yeah, like you, one guy looks him in the eyes and like, tough day, huh? One of those days. You're like, dude, this guy
Can you
was like,
imagine being that guy going to work the next day?
yeah, but yeah, right. But wouldn't he be like a VP inmate? Like everyone would know this guy
Right.
can kill you if he gets his hands free. Like, make
Mhm.
sure you remember this face, guys. Like, I thought that was kind of lame. Um, I don't care
And I
how he
mean, and
escaped, but
the warden is still in charge of the
right,
prison. What
right.
warden is gonna go, "Oh, yeah, throw the guy in Gen Pop, no big."
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah. Um, like, even if they kill him, like, there's a chance he can get free with his hands and then kill 30, 40
Mhm.
inmates. How are you gonna explain that? It was just
Exactly.
yeah, I don't know. But the guy who plays Bullseye, I like the character. I think he did a
Mhm.
great job in season 3 losing himself to become Bullseye. Um,
Mhm.
you know, but then again, there was such great character building in season 3 that I still like the character in this series. But if I'd never watched Netflix, like again, it is kind of quick. Um,
Yep.
but he was also an add-on. He's an add-on too. He was not in the
Oh, is he? I
original.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he was not in the original 6 episodes. Neither was Frank Castle. Um, like, it was just straight up what you said the She-Hulk should have been, I guess. That's what they were filming. What a terrible show that was. Oh my god. I just I can't. But, like, for once, it's not super bright and super green and, it was good. It's a good not a bad show.
Well,
Um,
California versus New York, the Sun
mhm.
State and all that.
Yeah. Bullseye, mutant power, perfect aim. He uses poison a lot to kill with small objects. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so he does have perfect aim. Doesn't mean he can spit a tooth forcefully enough to go through a dude's eye. I don't know. Just me. Just me. Like, could he bite the tip of his tongue off and do the same thing? I don't know. I don't know. These are mutant powers I don't understand. Um, yeah, Adam got it pretty good. That poor bastard. Yeah, that poor like yeah, guys, if you're gonna meet a girl, okay, and if there's a chance it's an affair, please make sure she's not married to a psychopathic murdering mob boss, now mayor. That's all I'm saying. How
Reminds
do
me of dating in college, but then, I
you're a mob queen. We know these things. Jesus. No one ever saw Jimmy again after he visited your house. Um Oh man, you got to do like your life story. Um, let's see what else. Uh,
I'm letting it out sentence by sentence on a Send in
mhm,
Art podcast on Friday night. So come hang in the chat if you want to hear
yeah,
more about my
you should.
story of my life.
It is also a great group of people there. So definitely do that. I love those guys. I need to join them one of these times. Let's
Oh,
see.
definitely. We have a blast, I'm telling you.
Brian McCann with a hot dog sticker.
Woo-hoo.
$1.49, y'all. $1.49. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You are one of the best. Um, yeah, so what should we I don't know. So this is something that I thought about too. Matt, okay. Up until this episode, Matt just assumed Bullseye was just a psychopath who killed his friend, wanted to get revenge. He's like a lawyer. He's like a almost like in a way as Daredevil, a detective. He does like a lot of Batman-esque detective skills, like looking for clues. Like he never once thought maybe I should look into this a little deeper. I maybe I'm overthinking that part, but like okay, he shot your friend. You probably blame yourself. Yeah, but it took him this long, and it was like it took something else to like make him realize, oh my God, he didn't just do it to do it. He did it on somebody's orders. Uh,
Exactly. I mean, I could see him saying that he's going to, hang up the mantle and all of that, but you're telling
right.
me your friend dies and in a year
Yeah.
you don't look into the case at all.
Yeah. And it's like over a year now. He never looked
Mhm.
into it. And it took Bullseye just getting moved to Gen Pop for him to be like, oh, Fisk is involved. Like he thinks Fisk is involved in every other thing he that happens to him,
Mhm.
you know? But yet
Exactly.
this and he was connected with Fisk. Why didn't he I thought that from like the first episode, I thought he shot Foggy for Fisk. That was the first thing I thought. And then
Mhm.
I kind of forgot that I even thought that. And then this happened. He's like, "Oh my God, Fisk is involved." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I thought about that after 30 seconds. You're telling me you didn't think about that over a year? I don't know.
Yeah,
Kind
exactly.
of weird.
Exactly.
Kind of weird." Um, so I don't know. I think it's decent. The show is decent, but it was a big overhaul for this season. Production hell you can call it. Um,
Mhm.
you have some really great actors, some great newcomers. I think
Mhm.
it's fun. I am like I and it's weird because usually something I love a lot, I get really angry when they screw with it. And I mean, growing up, I read Spider-Man and I read Daredevil. So I
Oh,
love
really?
Daredevil.
Cool.
Yeah, those were the two I loved. And I haven't really bought comic books in decades. So I did this whole thing for like 10 years. I don't know, it was called Drug Addict and couldn't really, buck
Keeps you
something
busy,
for that. Or yeah, it keeps you busy and you don't want to spend money on anything else. And then someone stole boxes of my comic books. So I stopped, doing anything with it. But still, it was something I cherished as a kid. And I just I don't think they've ruined it. Maybe that's it. Like season two,
Okay.
House of the Dragon ruined um the story for me.
Mhm.
Season 5, 7, and 8 of Game of Thrones ruined the story for me. Maybe it's
Mhm.
because this hasn't taken me completely out of this is Daredevil. And I'm not just thinking about, wow, that's a huge mistake. That's a huge mistake, you
Right.
know? So maybe that's it.
Yeah. I think that if it wasn't for the main actors,
Hmm.
Cox and D'Onofrio, if it would have been completely recast and presented as is, I think that
Right.
we would be more critical of it.
Yes, I'm with you. I think if we got what they were planning, even though I do want court cases, but if it was just like every episode a new criminal, Matt figures it out, kind of like
Mhm.
episodic, I don't think I would have liked it. So the guy did rescue as much as he could. I'd like to see what they do with season 2. Season 2 to me is always the game changer now because it's make or break. Like
Mhm.
Okay, it's popular. How much does a studio now like? I'm the Rainbow Devil now. Like I don't know. I'm just waiting for that. No, Daredevil was not blipped. He was in that. Oh my god, that Echo show that I watched. That was now you want to talk about terrible. That was
I have never watched
horrible.
it.
Oh, you
It's yeah,
don't?
I think it's the only Marvel thing I haven't watched.
It was just so bad. Like, I get we've gone through this phase that actors can't act. They have to exactly be what the character is. Like a straight
Mhm.
guy can't play a gay guy. Um, so when you're looking for a one-legged deaf uh First Nation superhero, um, as an actor, you're gonna get mostly someone who's probably doesn't have a lot of acting um, in their background. So I feel bad they kind of threw that girl in there. But he
Yeah,
was in that
I think they
show.
pushed I think they pushed it though because I don't believe the Echo character was one-legged.
No,
I think she was only
she was deaf.
deaf.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
could be
okay.
wrong, but I think you're right. I
No,
think
no,
she was.
yeah, so I think they went out and actually looked for a disabled actor
Yeah.
to add
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah. But Echo is, oh my god, that was so bad. But he was in it, and that was during the blip. So like that 5-year period, there was like
Gotcha.
moments. So I'm pretty sure he was never blipped. What else I can understand Matt being confused and lost if he was blipped away and returned. Nope, not blipped. I love episodic like Boston Legal. Yeah, but when you're telling a comic books hero story, like I don't know how episodic it could be. Because it's a storyline. It can't just be one episode with a loosely based something holding it together.
Right.
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
unless maybe if Muse was a bad enough character to take throughout the whole season,
yeah,
and there are oh, you're hearing in the background of the first two episodes, there's people showing up dead.
right.
Okay, and then you're hearing a little bit about, oh, okay, now that there's graffiti, that there's blood in the paint
Yeah,
that's made.
yep,
Just like if they were sprinkling that in, and then that
right.
was maybe the big season finale
Yeah,
was taking down this major character that I could have bought then the criminal of the week.
yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah. Um, and we're also learning, not even just hearing about him, we're seeing him as not Muse, but as whatever his name was in the show,
Bastion.
because Bastion, another B. Um, with Heather, working through his bullshit. And then finally, the
Mhm.
last episode, he does what he did in this one. Maybe I would have bought that, but Johnny,
Exactly.
Johnny Skinwalker, what up, buddy? Says, hey, everybody. Hey, Sporking QC. QC? Quick chat? Quiet chat? I don't know. I'm lost. QC. What is QC? I am one of the OC bros, but not QC. Yes, this show sucks. All right. I won't go as far as it sucks because I did enjoy it, but I didn't like. Man, how do I say it? Like it's kind of like Loki season 2. I didn't love it, but I wanted to see where it goes. So maybe like
Mhm.
I enjoyed it, but there are parts where I'm like, what? There's certain shows that I could watch an episode and be like, that was great. And then like a week later, I'm like, wow, they really effed up this, and this. This one's way quicker. So yeah, I don't love it. I don't hate it though. I really like Matt Cox or Matt Cox, Matt Murdock. Oh
Charlie.
my God, Charlie. I like Charlie and D'Onofrio and Gandolfini and the BB girl, and But other than that, I can't stand Vanessa. Um,
Oh, I don't like this Vanessa. The actress from the original series was 1,000 times better.
right now, was she in the last season though of the other one? Or did they just redo
I
like
don't
that scene where
remember.
where he beat I don't remember if it's her. Um, I don't know. Oh yeah. And then like, okay, chief of police talks to BB, but before that, they get a guy who has his cell phone and for some reason has the loudest flash on his cell phone ever. Um, so they tell the task force send him out, and that the one cop that was from the very beginning, that he kicked the
He
crap
was
out
like
of
chief
him.
of police or whatever.
What is it again?
The chief of police was the one that confronted the cop that's the head of the task force, right?
Right. And like, for taking photos, the dude in front of your chief of police takes his
Mhm.
hand and puts it in a deep fryer. Like,
Yeah,
I know you guys are like the task force, but now what are they, just criminals? Like complete criminals? Like we're out in the open criminals now? It just
exactly.
I felt like he was trying because like I thought like the other cop, the light skinned brother, I don't know what his name is.
Mhm.
I thought he was like maybe a little aggressive, but he was doing it because he believed in the job. But they all stood
Mhm.
there and watched him do it, and it was like, whatever. I thought that was like,
I
okay,
think
now you I don't know.
I think that whole subplot has to do with the, we all have to be anti-cop nowadays.
Yeah, that too. That too. Like it's that's something I meant to bring up last week. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like we're not supposed to root for the cops ever. Ever. Like they're all crooked. And like even the chief of police who's trying to do the right thing has a love child. Like he's not a good man.
Exactly.
It's just bullshit. That really pisses
Exactly.
me off. Zach's, I did not stand you up. I just didn't see your message till today. And I actually would have liked to talk pyramids, wolves, and something else. I was upset when I saw that. And I miss you. Yes, I am sad too, Zax. I am sad too. We have to get together. I mean, you never come on my channel anymore, so that's all right. Mister, I blew up on shorts. Everyone blew up on shorts, and Scott got them on. All right, we're not going there. Freaking shorts.
Can't
Comic
bring up
book.
the old stuff.
Can't do it. I can't do it. I got to be positive. Yee. Brian Cadell. Comic books was episodic, two parts sometimes, rarely a longer story arc over months or years.
Good
What?
point.
No, 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 no. Many of the Spider-Mans I read, and even Daredevils, it was, you know, uh, maybe 7 to 20 volumes. Like it went, it wasn't just like this one was him beating one guy, and then the next week was completely different. I mean, you got the Man with No Fear run. That was a whole storyline. I, I I don't agree with that. I don't agree it's episodic. I know there is a lot of comic books that do that, but when it comes to superheroes, I mean, it intertwines with it. I mean, X-Men, it follows you Days of Future Present, um the Phoenix, Dark Phoenix, like there was definitely long runs that were just about one topic. So I say no to you, Brian, but you are right, kind of. Quality content. Yeah, okay. Maybe not quality, but it wasn't bad. Liam says, I think I agree. It's moderately entertaining. I enjoy it. I don't love it. Um, but it's funny because I went into House of the Dragon season one ready to be disappointed and freaking was just happy how it went. Had my
Mhm.
gripes with certain things, but loved it. I went into this excited as hell. Like, oh yeah, they got rid of the first showrunner. It's gonna be great, this and that. And it was good. That's what I'll say. It was good. Um, Scott Werewolf by Night was much better. Maybe these
Oh, I
deep.
loved the Midnight Suns. They were my favorite of all Marvel. So you're talking like multiple Ghost Riders,
Mm-hmm,
Blade, uh,
mm-hmm.
Doctor Strange on the side, Jennifer Hale. I think
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
the
yeah.
witch's name. It loved those characters.
Well, did you watch The
Morbius was
Werewolf
part of
by
it.
Night? There's a
Yes, that I
okay.
that I s- that I think is even better than the Daredevil series as far
Yeah,
as the best thing that Marvel Disney has
yeah.
produced.
And I think that's what he's saying. Instead of doing series, just do like
Oh,
made
yes, they
for
were
TV
calling
movies.
them, yeah, I think they were supposed to be like a special feature, something
Yeah,
feature that
some
it
Marvel
was a
special
name they had.
feature.
Yes. Yeah,
They
special
did, and I
presentation, whatever
I
it
want
was.
to
Yeah.
yeah, special presentation. And I don't know if there was more than one thing on that. Like I don't know if it was just that was a special presentation. I want to say there might have been something else that ran under that title, and then they stopped using it. Um,
Yep. And they supposedly had a bunch of them planned.
yep, yep. Johnny, can't agree more. We were talking about that earlier. There's no buildup on except for maybe like Daniel, uh, Gandolfini's character, and a little bit with BB. Like you got some backstory, a little bit, not backstory, but like a little bit with them. Going out partying, him slipping and her reporting it, blah blah blah. Um, Other than that, like his new partner in his legal firm, I don't care. Don't really know her. Don't care. I feel like
Just know that
if
their
you
name is McDuffie because of the name of the
that's it,
law
right.
firm. That's the only thing
Yeah,
I know.
that's it. That's it. McDuffie, and they knew each other before Foggy died. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Um, a Cherry even, like he knows his secret, great, but I don't care about the character. Like you
Mhm.
don't learn anything else. Like you don't have moments when Matt or Kingpin aren't in the picture. It's just other people. And that was only with BB and Daniel. I can't think of really major moments in this series where other characters were the whole scene. Um, I, I don't know.
Good point.
Yeah,
Like, I thought we were gonna get something about Vanessa's, the guy that Vanessa slept with. I thought, "Oh, we're gonna get a backstory on this character."
right. Nope,
Nothing.
nope. He's just in a cage.
Yep.
Yep. He got one chance with an axe and still couldn't do shit. I mean, it is Kingpin. Don't get me wrong, but
I
come
was
on.
thinking about that. That's like an axe against the brick walls, never gonna get
Yeah.
very far.
If he was like, like I still think he's the dude from a umbrella company. It's not great, but there's some stuff that has me optimistic for next season. Well, the showrunner, what he's done, at least he didn't take out any of the graphic, any of the blood, the fighting.
Mhm.
I think I mean, he was the showrunner for Punisher. So unless Disney, Kevin Feige, like, handcuffed the guy, I think he'll do a way better. Like the Punisher wasn't even supposed to be in this series. Um, the Swordsman wasn't either, but the Punisher wasn't even supposed to be in the series. Bullseye wasn't supposed to be in this series. He brought them in after 6 episodes were already filmed. So he took apart those episodes, used that stuff and did a couple extra episodes. Like I know the pilot and episode 2 were really reworked by him. And I think that's why those were really good episodes. I thought episode 1 was really good. Dramatic death at the beginning,
Mhm.
seeing how Matt dealt with it after. And then even episode 2 at the end when he just loses it and beats the crap out of those cops who never question a blind man being able to do that to him. Like, what? That's another thing that pissed me off, but the fight was good. Um, just promise me you guys won't go into Ben Affleck Daredevil territory, where he's Matt Murdock, but he's on a seesaw with Elektra, like having this weird, I don't know, playful fight with her. Like secret identities are meant to be something. That's why I'm glad they've got
Exactly, exactly.
right. Peter Parker now is back to having a
Mhm.
secret identity. I don't know. It's all Downey's fault. It's all Downey. I am Iron Man. It
I
was one
am
of the
Iron Man.
coolest moments. But now everybody knows who everybody is. Like even
Exactly.
Thor. Even Thor had a secret identity. He would walk around with a freaking
Is
umbrella that was millionaire. I can never say that.
Mew Mew, as, as Mad would call it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mew Mew.
but
Yeah. Where is
I
Mad?
think in the comics too, wasn't Thor's alter ego like a doctor?
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think so.
I
I
never
think so.
read Thor's
Oh, okay.
stuff, so I don't know. Um, it could have been. I even read Quasar. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Can you talk for a sec? My eldest daughter, who I
Sure, sure,
already
sure.
said goodnight to, wants to say goodnight.
Oh, how cute. Oh, so we were talking about the Werewolf by Night. Yes, Swamp Thing was awesome. I loved it, loved it. Sorry, Man Thing. And the best part of WB Network was Swamp Thing. Yes, yes, I love that very short series that should have been longer. Absolutely.
I
And
didn't
yes,
watch it.
Man Thing was kick butt in
Oh, yeah.
and Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
good.
just beautiful.
That was
Very well done.
definitely good. Yep. We also have, I'm talking about the comic here, folks. Get your heads out of the gutters. Okay. Well, the comics were good too. Comics were definitely good. Ben Affleck, Daredevil would be improving DD things. What? Ben Affleck's Daredevil was terrible.
Yes.
Terrible. Do you
And
remember
the
it,
only thing
guys?
worse than that was Elektra.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And people, I don't know why people ever thought Jennifer Gardner was hot. I actually think she looked way better as Elektra in Deadpool and Wolverine than she did before.
Agreed.
You um, but yeah, that's that with that. I thought I heard other MCU news, so give me 1 second. Um,
Oh, sure, sure. So are you having any plan to go see the Thunderbolts?
I am kind of looking forward to it, but no, I'm not going to go to the movies to see it. I probably
Yeah.
should. I don't know.
I wanted to. We'd have to find a babysitter for the puppy, but seeing that all of them are in the cast for Doctor Doom,
Hmm.
the next series, then I'm like, okay, well, then we know they're all surviving the
Okay.
Thunderbolts movie, so there's not a lot of high stakes there.
Okay. That makes sense. I didn't think about that. Um, that kind of sucks.
Hmm.
uh, let's see. So I was just looking at the direct, and they're like, I don't know. That's not Marvel news. People are trying so hard to make Marvel news. Um, yeah, that's just not good. Let's see what Screen Rant. My boys at Screen Rant. Oh, those guys are the best. So great.
I
Um,
mean, Doctor Doom just better look awesome. Like the costume
mhm.
has got to be perfect.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
them pulling anything like they did with Mysterio.
Yeah, or even like the last Doctor Doom. Uh, Here again, the MCU's most powerful character may never appear again. What? Who do you think is the most powerful character? MCU powerful character.
MCU, what's her face? The one who got all the powers from everybody out of
I
the Secret
forgot about
Invasion
her.
series.
Oh
She
my
is, yeah,
god,
Amelia Clark.
yes.
She's the
Amelia
most
Clark,
powerful,
yeah. I
hands
didn't even
down.
think of that. Oh, and they're probably going to talk about Secret Invasion. Gia, portrayed by Amelia Clark, outmatched them all. Yeah, she has Captain
There you
Marvel's
go.
powers, Scarlet Witch's, Thor's. Oh my god, I fucking forgot about that. Wow, that was terrible. Oh,
Yes.
that was a terrible show. A Skrull refugee and daughter of Talos, Gia coordinates with whoever, I don't really care, following Talos' death, gain her immense fortitude. She infuses herself with everyone's power. Um, does it say who? Okay, so she has the DNA. This is the powers she can tap into. Um, she summons the power of Captain Marvel, Ghost, who could phase, Mantis,
Hmm.
Drax, and I think she actually has even more in her. So that's some of very. I mean, Captain Marvel was the most powerful MCU character.
Hmm.
Ghost, pretty formidable. Mantis has major powers, and Drax is really strong. But there's even more that's in there. But will
Oh,
Amelia and
absolutely.
they made her look ugly.
Yeah.
Come on.
In fact, when only one arm changed to be like Drax, I
Oh,
was like, all right,
oh, it was terrible. It was
too late
so
for me.
bad. Um, Currently, there is no official news regarding Clark's MCU future as Gia, but the strong unlikelihood of her reappearance can be inferred. Secret Invasion's poor reception from both critics and MCU fans easily explains Marvel's hesitation to formulate a future storyline for any of the new characters introduced in the show. Yeah, no crap. Um, which sucks too because could have been a good character even without even if she just got one person, like if she became one of the super skulls, because that is from the comics, but they not the ability to like transfer between, like, she, what am I gonna have Um, Thor's arm, so I can hold Mjolnir in this one, and Drax's arm. Like, it made no sense.
Yeah.
Stupid. Yeah. So I'm guessing she ain't coming back.
But how do you have like a big battle world Avengers movie
Hmm.
without the two most powerful characters, Captain Marvel and Gia?
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Well, I don't think a lot of people will remember Gia. I mean, the
True.
majority of people going to movies aren't super nerds that watch all this stuff. But yeah, Captain Marvel, like, I can't. Do you think Brie Larson's going to come back?
I don't think so. I don't think they would pay her enough money in the world to come back and do the character. I think she has utter disgust for the entire fan base.
Oh, yeah. She hated us from the beginning, though. I
Hmm.
mean, and I think it only got worse. Um, yeah, they're not going to bring her back. That kind of sucks, actually, because I would love to see like other characters go up against her
Hmm.
and just see how she, like this, what, 5'5" girl just destroys them. That would be hilarious. No, it's Gia. For me, it's Gia. Clark's character name is pronounced Gia. Like, yeah, I know Greek. Yeah, Gaia. You mean
Oh,
Gaia?
Gaia. Okay,
But
sorry.
her name to me is Gia. It is spelled G apostrophe IAH. And I can't pronounce words and names normally. So her name is Gia. But Gaia is probably what her real name is. When I see Mantis, I'm like, and people felt they thought James Gunn was doing the OG Marvel characters good. In the comics, Mantis was a deadly martial art man woman from Earth. Yeah, I that is one thing that bothers me with Mantis because it's not all like Mantis is pretty deadly, but I think in the later ones she's more of a fighter, right?
Hmm.
You know, she just has that ability to control people's feelings. But yeah, I never again, um, I read a wide variety of comic books, but I didn't focus on many, if that makes any sense. Um, so I don't know her character that well, but she was a man woman. I think we have a name for that now, Johnny. Okay. This isn't 2011, bro. All right. Them people too. So I would really appreciate if you use people's, I don't know, correct pronouns. First to know, my pronouns are so thank you. Just saying, man. Just saying. All right. Let's see. All right, so she ain't coming back. What other news do we have? This is kind of fun, just randomly looking for stuff. Um,
Well,
Fantastic
Marvel related
Four.
after Thunderbolts, the next thing should be, if we don't talk animated, should be Wonder Man.
Yep.
That comes out around
Oh yeah, I
Christmas
forgot about
time.
that. Wait a
So
minute.
that,
There's nothing coming. Well, you got First Step, right? That comes out in July, right? Fantastic Four. Am I wrong?
oh yeah, you know
Yeah.
what?
Okay.
I keep forgetting about Fantastic Four. I feel like we don't see enough news about it. And
Yeah.
maybe that's why I keep forgetting because I didn't even consider it when I'm thinking of the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
I
No,
was
you're
just
right.
going straight for Doctor Doom. I didn't even give Fantastic Four a second thought.
Yeah, but I'm guessing the first person we'll see. I mean, we're gonna see Downey in that. He has to show up in that movie, like even if it's
I
like
would.
a post credit type thing.
Hmm. Agreed.
But yeah, her name was on one of those chairs. I'm pretty sure. So we will see that. Um, and then you're right. They're gonna have what was it? Wonder Man, but they also here. I'll just share this. Um, so March 26th was like their big like MCU event they had. So I know there's going to be a Black Panther 3, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be Suri. Uh, I'm pretty
And
sure. I don't know.
they are doing a Wakanda-centric, animated series
Yeah,
that's coming out this year too,
right,
either right before or right after the Marvel Zombies.
right. I don't know if that's gonna be on T'Challa or whatever the frick his name is. Chadwick Boseman's character. I think it might be on
Yeah.
like his grandfather or his father. So
Oh,
the
gotcha.
animated one, yeah. Um, and then someone said that okay, I didn't realize. Okay, Ant-Man comes up next on that. All right, they're just talking about this. Wyatt Russell's in that. Who's that again?
Yeah, Wyatt Russell, he's the Thunderbolts,
Yep,
on the
yeah,
Thunderbolts, was the new Captain America, not Captain
right.
America.
Now he's like secret agent. You
Yes.
got Hemsworth. Okay, let's is this all just about this? I thought they were going to talk about other movies, people. Nope, that's all about that. Sorry, people. My bad. All right, we'll take that up. Uh oh God, Wonder Man is my favorite Marvel character. Really? I don't know much of Wonder Man. I am not watching the series. Oh, come on, do it to yourself.
All I know is that Nathan Fillion was supposed to be Wonder Man, and he was actually on the Wonder Man movie poster that's in the background of one of the MCU productions.
Okay.
I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, all right. All right. What about whatever happened to Ray Ray? Riri. Ray
Oh,
Ray.
Riri, that's a good point. Riri, I don't know when her series is supposed to come out. That was supposed to come out even before uh Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, did they shelf it?
Oh my God, it would be so sad if they shelved it again because here I'm looking at the television series coming up. It's
Oh, maybe June 24th. That's the last, but
June.
that was reported back in October. So I don't know if that's still there. It's supposed
Yeah,
to be
no, Wikipedia doesn't have it.
Ironheart got shelved because it shows Ironheart June 24th, 2025, Eyes of Wakanda August 6th, 2025, Marvel Zombies October of 2025, and Wonder Man December 2025.
I
So
wonder if maybe it's not in this, maybe because it's considered part of the last of Phase 5. No, they have
maybe.
Thunderbolts being the last of Phase 5, but that's movies.
So this article I just read is October 30th. So since then, did they shelve it? Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
I don't know. Because I know they shelved Blade,
Hmm.
and I know there was supposed to be an Armor War series, but I don't know if that ended up getting shelved after Secret Invasion didn't go so well.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
more is
I
Blade
can't.
scrapped?
It,
Like,
I think they officially did say that it's no longer.
oh, Blade?
Yeah,
Oh
the
man,
blade
that
is no
sucks.
longer in the yeah,
That sucks. I was looking forward to seeing his take on Blade.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I see nothing about Ironheart being in Phase 5 or Phase 6.
hmm. Oh man, let's see what we got here. Um, let's see. I think so. Is all right. Is Haley Steinfeld coming back? I would think she'd be coming back.
I think that she would be,
Champions.
absolutely.
I think there's a series called Champions coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hadn't heard
So
that.
yeah, I think that's what Daredevil was kind of starting to set up. So I think there's going to be like this
Oh, gotcha.
champion series. Um, so we'll see. Uh, that'd be kind of cool. Not really, but I'll watch it. You
Yeah.
got
Well, if Ironheart does come out, I see skipping that one like I did Echo.
mhm.
I mean, and you know me, I'm pretty forgiving, and I just had
Oh, I know.
no interest at all in watching Echo.
No, I know. All right, so there was that Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man with Madam Web.
Ah,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, that one girl with the boobies. Uh,
Yes, Sydney Sweeney.
okay, you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Of
There's
course.
there's rumors that she will be, or maybe not rumors anymore, but sources tell me, the internet, that she will be in the fourth Spider-Man movie, Brand
Oh,
New Day,
is
as
she like
Black Cat.
okay, I would say Black Cat or what's the other one? Sable or something?
Yeah. What was she supposed to be in this one? She was that movie, she was supposed to be like a spider
Yeah, she was supposed to
girl.
be one of the Spider Women, Spider Girl people. I
Okay.
don't remember which one.
I'm
I think
guessing
each
they're
one of the three girls was supposed to be an iteration of
right. So I'm guessing they're
Spider Woman.
scrapping that. And
Okay.
she may be in talks to play that character, Black Cat, which would be, I think that would be a good dynamic between the two of them. Um they're
Oh,
good.
absolutely.
Yeah. Um what do you think about Kit Harington?
I'm kind of sad that we're not going to get that character. I had some high hopes
Yeah.
for the Black Knight.
Yeah. It kind of sucks. I kind of wanted to see if he was going to play that character, and it's not his fault. The Internals sucked.
I know.
Um, Feige himself had said it loud and clear back at D23 in 2019. He's a really amazing actor. Talking about Kit Harington, and this part came up in the Eternals film that we're doing. We were so happy when he agreed to join, and it is part that could perhaps grow into something else in the future. So he did plant the seeds for it. Um, like that's a waste of a decent actor, McQueen.
Mhm.
Like so,
Exactly.
throw the dude a bone. Um, that the black blade, the ebony blade is like something that you could use. It's more on the mystical side. So you got strange and all that type of thing. Like
Mhm.
it'd be cool to have him.
Well, I'd love there to be a special presentation or whatever with the Midnight Suns.
Hmm.
'Cause
Right.
we got the look at Morbius. We obviously are well attuned to Doctor Strange by now.
Hmm.
And we've met almost all of the characters.
Right. Right.
'Cause we even met Jennifer Kale through Agatha All Along.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
that's true.
Shazir Zameda or whatever her name is, she doesn't bother me as the character. I was fine with
No,
it.
no, I'm good with that too. Yeah, why not? Right? Um, why not? Uh, Michael Fassbender weighs in as Denzel Washington as MCU Magneto. What? Of course he's gonna be like, that'll be great. God, I don't know. So I was gonna play this, but I don't want to get. I don't want to get copyright claims. So there's a new movie though coming out. Have you seen the trailer for Sinner?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, it looks interesting. It's Coolidge. So is that the guy who did Black Panther? I don't know, but it's also Anthony or God, what is his name? Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, okay.
And it's like early 1900s or like 1920, maybe even Prohibition. I don't know, but somewhere in that area,
Mhm.
in the South. I think it's a vampire movie. It's kind of
Oh,
interesting. Yeah, I would
okay.
if you guys check out the trailer, come back, comment on here what you thought of it because I would like to know what people think. Maybe I'll cover it in a video. I need to start doing videos again, so I'm going to try to do that. So let me know
Oh,
what you
and it
guys think of.
looks like it's coming
Yeah,
out soon too.
yeah, and
Like
it's that I didn't hear anything about it. It has that Kate Bishop girl. What did I just say her name was?
Haley
Haley.
Steinfeld.
Yep, she's in it. And some other people you'll probably recognize. But it looks good. Yeah, Ryan Coolidge, Black Panther and Creed. He's he's back with Michael B. Jordan for this. So I don't know. It looks like it's not a it's not a remake. I don't think. I think it's original. So kind of
Yeah.
excited to see an original movie. But check the trailer, people. Sinners, come back. Throw a comment on here. But we're gonna wrap it up.
No.
Um,
Ooh, and only a $90 million budget, so it's
mm,
possible it could be good.
yeah, and still not like have decent graphic,
Exactly, yeah.
maybe. But I mean, there's some big name actors in it, so we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Oh, maybe it is not. Yeah, I think this is a brand new. This isn't a remake, right? Yeah, no remake. Okay.
No, yeah, it
Um,
doesn't look like it.
I didn't think so, but you never know nowadays. It could have been like a 1950s film I never heard of.
That's true.
You know, but thank you, Tina. Where are you going to
You
be
are
so
quite
everybody can
welcome.
know?
Where am I going to be? Well, I'll be on the Vinny Art channel on Fridays at 5 o'clock Eastern for the Friday Underground, and
Mhm.
then obviously I'll be back here on Saturday if we're doing aluminum sport.
Yep.
And then back on Vinny's channel on Sunday night because we are watching the last two episodes of the first season of Dexter. It's been a
Nice.
rewatch, and we've just been, been loving it. Such a great
Yep.
series. It just reminds me how amazing he was as the character, and I cannot wait when I can watch uninterrupted the prequel series.
Yep. Yeah.
That's available. I don't have a Showtime membership anymore, so I'm kind of waiting for it to move over to another platform. But then also, I'm excited about the fact that there's supposed to be then a new series that comes out, Dexter related. So
Yeah, that's sweet. I really
yeah,
enjoyed the original series. I haven't seen any of the prequel stuff or anything like that, so I'll have to check it out too. But thank you for being here. Make sure you guys check out Tina's channel and definitely Vinny Arts and all those guys. Make sure you see them. Um, Original Sin, great. Is that the okay? So I didn't see
yeah.
that. All right, cool.
I saw the
So-
first episode because it was available for free.
Oh, maybe I'll have to do that because sometimes
Yeah,
Prime
it's good.
does do that. All right, cool. Thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a great night. Again, make sure you come back, comment, share it out, let people know that we're still here. And hopefully, we will see you Saturday night for an aluminum sport. Good night, everybody.
They've done great. They've done great. We got Culture Casino out there. We got Sporking News Podcast. We got author Stephen Walton. We've got Lorena Creole. We've got Vigilante Williamson. We got Jake D. I'm forgetting someone. Oh my God. I'll